city of California, Sacramento. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. You look at Phoenix. Try as they might, they've fallen behind the pack, but a chance here to reclaim some. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
And the Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
Flashes. In for Phoenix.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. Second in field goal percentage. Second in opponent shooting percentage. Five in free throw shooting. That's elite level marksmanship at the stripe.
Now let's talk about the shooting for a second, Clark, because you look at that number, that's impressive. And that's a direct result of having a game plan every night, being well coached, disciplined, and really working hard and being unselfish in order to get good shots.
Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Clock is at 3. Here's Cousins.
Look at the early lead, and it really comes down to defending the paint.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Tinsley with the bucket.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's work, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Collison kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Outside Collison. Passes it to Cousins. Some solid. Phoenix leading by 11. Bledsoe passes to Len. Bledsoe kicks to Tinsley. The pass to Tucker. This one for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Cousins with a screen for Gay. Will it go? And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 8 points. Here's Bledsoe. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. And Cousins with the block. Here's Tinsley. Plays it up and banks it in. Tinsley's got his second bucket.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
Now their offense continues to click.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. That's 10 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Tinsley. He's covered by Landry. Puts one up from 19, and that one hits back iron.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Knight. That's good. Knight's got 12 points in the game.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
The Kings trail by 14. Miller kicks to Gay, feeds to Cousins. The jump hook, and good on the basket. Cook it. He's got 12. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The feed tonight. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Phoenix ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And welcome back. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Collison is out there with Caspi. And it's Gay in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here is Caspi. He's guarded by Knight. 5 on the clock, and he slams it one-handed.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
No, that's using your head and using your body.
Tucker dishes to Tinsley. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Tinsley's got 6.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. Up top, Cousins. He feeds it to Gay. A baseline J. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Kings. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And of course there's the Suns. Just way behind.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've just got to learn a few lessons from what they're going through this year. I mean, to use that experience to make sure that they grow from it.
Well, you always want to be getting better, Clark, so I like what you're talking about. Sometimes you can learn from adversity, learn from your mistakes. That's what this club has to do from here on out.
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys, and it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and even awarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
Alex Lenz checked in for Morris.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot. And he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint. We saw the results. They were pretty good. Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Collison kicks to Landry. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
Well, Brandon, obviously a good first half for you.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our
Substitution.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
and Collison. So for the Suns, in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Brandon Wright is out there with Warren. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Snell in at the 2 spot. The dish to Morris. Hits it from 3-point range. Morris has got 5 points so far.
You might not think of him as a 3-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
So both teams making some changes here. The Kings trail by 16, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Gerald Green was the 18th pick back in 2005, but remember, he fell out of the league for a while, saying, quote, "I took things for granted. I didn't know how to be a pro, but I've learned from my mistakes. I understand now this is not a hobby, this is a job. Now I'm a better professional, a much better player, and I'm all about winning." Kevin?
A nice comeback story, Doris. Nice story. Thank you.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
You know, last season, the Sacramento Kings crowd set a world record for the loudest roar at an indoor sports stadium. Talk about analytics being on display. Here's a case in point, folks. 126 decibels. Now, 127 is where you can cause permanent hearing loss. My hope and prayer is that the record stays at 126. Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
The Kings trail by 18. Outside Collison. Dishes to Cousins. Connects on the open J. Cousins has got 20 points.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Right with a screen on Collison. Off the pick. That one wide left. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Gay outside. In the corner, it's McLemore. He dishes it to Collison. Shot clock at 6. Here's the tip drop, and he gets it to go. Collison's got 8 points. Here's Thornton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Outside Collison. Here's Gay. There's the block. And a moment now to take a look at our State Farm assist of the game with 6 in the game. Some changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thompson. Evans comes in for Rudy Gay. And Ray McCallum subbed in for McLemore. And the Suns making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Evans is out there with Ryan Hollins. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ray McCallum. And it's Collison in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings. McLemore has come in for Ray McCallum. And Phoenix also making a switch. Flash is checked in for Morris. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it was simple.
You better than that.
Not tonight, I'm not.
And Phoenix.
Derek Tinsley.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe outside. He kicks it to Morris. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Morris. Bledsoe outside. Just 5 to shoot. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You know, that's a problem he has. Not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
They set the pick. Collison kicks to Cousins. Elbow shot. Cannot hit. The Suns go the other way with it. They led by as many as 18 points.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Suns.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And digging themselves out of a 2-0 hole in this season series, very significant accomplishment. And they still have another game to play, which would give them a chance to ultimately go 2-2 if they win that last game against the Kings.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Reggie Evans. McLemore's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Miller's subbed in for Darren Collison. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Brandon Wright's checked in for Markieff Morris. Warren comes in for Marcus Morris. Tony Snell's checked in for Knight. And it's Thornton in for Eric Bledsoe.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
Here's Caspi. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Tinsley. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Another one of them flip mode joints. Bust the rhymes, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just swing to the left, swing to the right. Make you feel good, make you feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust the rhymes in the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip mode is the squad in the place, y'all.
Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Floss a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my dough. Sipping it slow, them pretty saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive olay. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you hot every day. Afraid of. You know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us. That's when we getting dangerous. Come on. This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. There's too much of us. It's dangerous. So dangerous. We so dangerous.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Houston Rockets and the Phoenix Suns. Now fully recuperated from his injury, Dwight Howard is back in the mix.
You know what, Kevin? It's quite cool for us to be here for his first game back. Now, I'll tell you something else. Any fears they had about his injury having ill effects on the team was...
Suns trail by 4. Bledsoe dishes to Snell. Passes it to Tucker. He feeds it to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. It's blocked. Flashes checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Bledsoe. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor, and coach is obviously hoping this is going to be one of those days. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks again, Doris.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Monteunas's shot is good. Suns trail by 8. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
And Beverly kicks to Monteunus. Dishes to Howard. The shot is off. Now the Suns take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And you know what was most impressive? They've wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
Here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Howard setting the pick for Ariza. Puts it up from 15. Buries the jump shot. Beverly's got 7 points. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The quick look, no good that time.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Beverly with the ball. He has 7. He kicks to Monteunus. 6 to shoot. Ariza no luck. Here's Tinsley. 18 feet out. No luck. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Rockets on top, leading by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And Phoenix has possession. It's a 5-point game. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Terry. Howard is out there with Smith. Then there's Brewer. And it's Papanicolaou in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Knight. The dish to Morris. 6 to shoot. No good from outside. Rockets leading by 5.
You know, Josh Smith is a very talented player, but if you have to pick his game apart, he's a bit of a tweener. You know, he's not really a power forward in a traditional sense, but not a three-man either. He's an athlete who can do a lot of different things, but so much depends on the players he has around him. It needs to be the right fit.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Brewer up top, averaging 8 points a game, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it, make them stop you.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Patrick Beverly could make the case for being the league's most disruptive defender at point guard. He said, quote, "I know some people might not like my defense, but I don't really care. I'm physical, I'm tough, and I'm setting the tone. I don't look at the numbers. I just go out there and I guard everyone exactly the same. And that's aggressive, Kevin. Exactly what they're looking for."
He gets after it. Nothing easy. Thanks, Doris.
I like the effort, son.
I'm feeling it.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Rockets lead by...
Yes, I have, Jock.
Give it up. Your Suns.
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there. Number 1, we've done really well in limiting our turnovers. The last thing we
have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half.
Let's go. You're in.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. We've got Alex Len. Marquise Morris is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Knight in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
So is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
Bledsoe hits them both. And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. I mean, this young guy is explosive.
Ariza no luck.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys, and as long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
Tinsley pass tonight. Kicks to Tinsley. Pulls up on the wing. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Harden. Now here's Moniunas. Guarded closely. Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. 5 to shoot.
he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. For the lead. And he gets it to go. No problem on the three from Tinsley. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And his old high school coach is an attendee at today's game, Clark. I believe they still stay in close contact, even though he's now in the NBA.
And, you know, you always have to keep perspective by remembering where you came from, no matter what you're doing, but certainly in the NBA. And it's nice to see that he does that by still staying in touch with his old coach.
And here's Harden for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game the first time they met, but the mistakes cost them. So they were very careless with the ball. They're going to have to take care of it tonight.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Portland.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved away.
Now here's Monty Eunice. Tinsley covering. Now here's Monty Eunice. He's got 8. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And they get it. And the shot no good, a bit short. Suns leading by 4. To the middle. Outside for Bledsoe. Here's Tucker, averaging 8 points a game. Feeds it to Tinsley. The shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Clippers game. Should be a good one.
It's Harden with the drive. It's Ariza on the wing. Monty Eunice with it. Now guarded by Lamb. Here's Howard. It's holding here by Tinsley. Tinsley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He dishes it to Tucker. Knocks it loose. Here's Tinsley. Ariza covering. Tinsley pass tonight. Puts one up from 19. Monty Eunice grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 4. It's Harden with the drive. To the paint. Beverly dishes to Ariza. And there's the pass to Beverly. Left side Ariza. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Bledsoe gets the screen from Tinsley. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets the screen from Tinsley. Jumper off the screen, and he gets it to go. 10 points for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, we really haven't seen the same focus defensively that we did in the first half.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And the Suns with the 1:05 left to play in the final quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, Terry is out there with Harden. Then there's Brewer. Then it's Smith. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Tinsley. It's good. This game is all even.
Crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Terry, the pass to Harden. Back to Terry. To end the drought. They shoot again. Count it!
Boy, it's a scary sight when Howard starts lighting it up like this.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Terry. Over to the wing. And Tinsley kicks to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Finally, late in the fourth quarter, they have tied it up. Astonishing comeback. We are now primed for a dramatic finish.
The biggest obstacle to the comeback was the clock. But they made it, and now they've got plenty of time to win it. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. 2K Sports, back in a moment here from the U.S. Airways Center. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And here's Harden for 3. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a
Hey, Coach, hey, man, what's up? Yo, glad you can make it.
You've gone farther than any kid I've ever coached. Of course I'm going to make it.
Everything good?
Yeah, listen. We'd love to have you come by and visit the kids sometime.
Hey, no problem. I'm going to do that, okay? We'll do. But I got to run right now. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good.
What are you smiling about?
Life's good. I'm hitting my stride right now. I'm just happy to be balling.
That's why I called you in here. You have been balling. If you keep producing like this, I see no reason why you won't be in the starting lineup before long. We always try to be careful with the new guys, make sure they fit our system the way we want them to. But it seems like just a matter of time for you. How does that sound?
Coach, I do whatever you ask me. If it's providing a spark off the bench, great. If it's starting, even better.
Good answer. Now get out of here.
You know, life's a funny thing.
Whatever you say, boss.
A couple of months ago, I never even heard of you. A few weeks ago, I was certain you were a one-and-done guy. You know, have your cup of coffee in the bigs, and then disappear never to be heard from again.
And now?
Now, well, now I'm going to tell you that I was wrong not to draft you, and I was silly to offer you only a 10-day contract, and you know, I was mistaken to think you were only here to have a cup of coffee.
So you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying we're offering you a guaranteed contract for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah! Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Thanks, you're not gonna regret this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make this organization so proud.
Good. Listen, you got this opportunity because you've been working your tail off out there. You know, you keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You got it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Get out of here.
Thanks again.
Get out of here.
Welcome to the film room, everybody. Coach wanted me to give you all a little breakdown on some of the key points of emphasis strategies we'll be using moving forward. As you know, the entire staff feels it's important to review the basics from time to time, giving everyone a better understanding of what coach is expecting when you're out on the floor. It's going to help the team win more games. Simple as that. Now let's get to it, gentlemen. Getting to the basket and playing physical on defense. So here we go. Now there are times when coach is going to want us to really focus on getting to the basket. We have some talented players on this team who are capable of getting to the rim just about any time because of their ball handling, speed, and ability to finish inside. When we run into a team that has weak perimeter defenders or is not very good at defending the rim, coach is going to want us to go strong to the hoop whenever possible. Now let's take a look at some game film showing how we can try and get to the rim for some easy baskets. Here we've got a nice dribble drive play. The ball handler takes his defender off the dribble and gets all the way to the basket for an easy bucket. When we go up against a team with poor on-ball defenders or a team that's not good at protecting the rim, we need to be able to take advantage. And on this next play, look how the ball handler sees a lane open up to the basket and quickly attacks before the defense can react. Easy score. If you've got a lane, attack. No hesitation. Keep these examples in mind when coach says he wants us to focus on getting to the basket. Okay, up next, playing physical. We got some very physical players who like to use their bodies against weaker, smaller teams. We should be looking to take advantage of those size and strength mismatches by wearing out our opponents over the course of the game. Now let's look at some film so you guys can see what playing physical on the defensive end looks like in action. Here we go. See the defender pressing up on the ball handler? He's not giving him any room to move. You need to be up tight on the ball. Make sure you put a body on them to slow them down. The more physical we play, the better our chances of winning become. On this next play, the defender is down low, bumping his man out of the paint and further from the basket. That's what we need to do when coach asks us to play physical. When they're on offense, we need to lean on them all the time and just keep wearing them down. Okay, that's going to do it for today. There's no excuse not to know what's expected of you when coach calls for either of these points of emphasis in a game. See you at practice.
You got it, coach.
Skateboard P. Hey, Mr. Venom. Yo, hola. Billionaire, club muchacho, assorted flavors in these gelatos. Inspire young minds and stack my nachos with the rock determination of a vato.